Hey, so we need to talk about your content because it doesn't exist. You haven't been making content and I think I know why. It's the same problem that I've had up until this point. So in this video, we're gonna be talking about the only 3 videos that you need to actually grow a personal brand or a business online using social media content. But I'm gonna simplify it for you because I've needed to simplify it for myself. And now I just wanna share that with you because I really think it's gonna be helpful. So let's get into it. You can play the intro. What I want to do is talk to you about the now 4 different types of videos that I'm making for myself and to promote my own business, which is a video production agency called SuperWell. So before I get into the now 4 different types of videos that I'm making for my own channels, I want to first go over what I do and what my conversion event is. What are my goals from all of this content? Why am I making it in the first place? I am making content because I am trying to find my target audience, and that's what great content does. It allows you to communicate your story, your message, your offering, product, service, whatever, to your ideal target audience. And now the platforms are smarter than ever, so it will do its best to actually help you find those people. But here's the caveat: you need to create. You actually need to put in an effort, not every single day, but say 3 to 5 times per week. Does that sound fair? So SuperWell Creative Studios is a video production company. So we tell stories like this one here. And we tell those stories to help brands like that one find more customers, increase their sales. Basically anything a business should be doing to stay in business and grow. So SuperWell will film your brand story, introduce your team, talk about your happy clients, put that all into one singular film style cinematic project so that you can find more sales. If you're interested in that, if that's something your company needs, send me a message. Go to our website, let's talk. Today in this video, we are going to be covering those 3 to 4 different video types that you can use, that I'm using right now, that I'm planning for myself right now. That was a huge B, and my window's open. So my goals for SuperWell, again, are to find decision makers at companies who will eventually say yes to working with SuperWell for video production services. So what do I need to do? Well, you need to do 3, maybe 4 things. Let's start with my first series that I recently just launched. Now this series is called SuperWell Made. So in the SuperWell Made series, the focus of these videos are simply to teach a brand owner or an entrepreneur to use a camera. So it contains video tips, lighting, sound, script writing, planning, everything related to the technical aspect of what SuperWell does, of what I do. So SuperWell Made is how you can make those same things. So it's a way for me to show professionalism, experience, and authority in the space. So this first series, a series that I put out specifically on Mondays, is to help you get your week started by learning a new skill. So it's a very intentional series for a very intentional day of the week. So I just started this series and the others, and I'm really excited about this one. But what you should try to do is to make a Monday series centered around teaching something within your expertise. So think about what you're selling as a product or a service and teach your target audience, the person you eventually want to convert on whatever it is you're offering, teach them to get a taste of that experience themselves. And once they can appreciate the process, hopefully they'll be way more likely to hire you. Now on Wednesdays, I post a series called SuperWell Played. And in this series, I call out brands that are doing exceptionally well in storytelling marketing. And these are brands that are relevant, that are very popular today, and I try to break down why they are so popular and why and how, rather, they're using storytelling in their marketing strategy to get popularity and attention and virality. So this is a very intentional series because I am showing my potential target audience, my potential clients, that I'm paying attention to the industry, that I'm staying sharp within the world of cinematography and filmmaking and video content, and that I'm paying attention to these brands. So that's one benefit of a series like this. The other benefit of a series like this is that I get to show a potential client that I understand and appreciate brand strategy. So it makes you, well, in this case, it makes me way more thoughtful of a choice than another agency or another creator who just wants to get the job. This way, I am showing that I am coming in very, very thoughtful at the beginning, and we're thinking of your goals. So what are you selling? What is your ultimate conversion event? That is the beauty of a series like this, because I can talk about another brand within the same industry. And this is great because it shows that potential clients, that potential new follower to client, that I care about their strategy. So how do you take this second series of mine and put your own spin on it? Well, if the goal of SuperWell Played is to call out brands that are using storytelling really well, all you need to do is call out other brands that are using the same products and services within your industry in really exciting and interesting ways. Now let's talk about my third weekly series called Staying SuperWell. So as you can probably tell, I'm trying to thematically incorporate the word SuperWell, the name of my agency, into these series. And I do that intentionally. That is because branding is something that you absolutely need to pay attention to when creating your content. You want your followers to think of your brand using words, colors, sounds, all of the senses as much as you can. So for the Staying SuperWell series, it's essentially my personal vlog, and it goes out intentionally on Fridays because it's a very low effort watch. What do I mean by that? It means that Fridays are, for us, they're selfish days for the most part. We are thinking about the weekend, we're winding down from the work week, and your clients, your customers, they're also winding down from the work week. They don't want homework. They most likely don't want to learn something, for the most part. So Friday is a great day to show your personal life, to tell the story of the week that just passed. And this is a great way to show the more personal side of who you are instead of just your business. Because on Monday, remember, SuperWell Made is about teaching something technical as it relates to video production. Wednesdays are for calling out brands. So middle of the week, we had Monday and Tuesday to warm up, and now Wednesday, we're watching these brands do their thing and we're pulling inspiration from them, and maybe we're using that as actionable information to apply to our own brands, right? So Wednesday is a working day. Thursday is a day off, but I'm gonna get to that in a second because I do have an idea for another series, actually two more, sorry. Now, Fridays are the relaxing day, the very low lift day. But it's also a good time to show your clients, your followers, what you do outside of your office. I mean, mine is here at home, but are you going to the gym? Are you walking your dog? Are you taking a trip? Where do you go out to eat? I want to know more about your personal life so that I can like you. I know that sounds silly, but really what we're doing here with these multiple different types of series is that we're focusing on the know, like, trust funnel. So in order for them to know you, you can teach them something that they can use immediately. That's great. That's the Monday series, SuperWell Made. So Friday is a really great way to kind of wrap up your entire content strategy and show a more personal side of who you are without giving too much information away. But that is the content people get really excited about because they get to be a fly on the wall of your life. Now there's one more series that I want to share with you that I've been thinking a lot about, and it has a lot to do with this video right here. In fact, this is the first episode of that new series, and it goes out on Thursdays. This series is all about my content plan, my strategy, my marketing. And yes, I'm teaching a lot on Mondays with SuperWell Made, Wednesdays with SuperWell Played, and Friday with Staying SuperWell, but this is a way for me to explain to other content creators or show other content creators what I'm doing in my process. And to make it easy, of course, I'm gonna be putting everything down below in the description, so you can just look at it one at a time and start customizing your own content strategy using these video types. Now for the fun part. If you are still watching this video, it's likely that you enjoyed it. You feel like you've received some sort of value. Of course, I would greatly appreciate it if you could like this video and subscribe if you're interested in seeing more of these breakdowns so that I can help you supercharge your sales with systematic storytelling. Until next time, speak soon and stay super well.